and I'll send that out to you. So welcome to my Travel Tuesday. There are some other folks who are going to join us a bit late, as I mentioned. If you don't want your face to appear on video recording, you can turn off your video, but if it doesn't matter to you, you won't be visible except here at the beginning and at the end. So this week is my, what is this, number 43 of my Travel Tuesdays. So welcome, welcome. Last week I did a fantastic travel trivia on a game called Kahoot. We might not have heard of Kahoot a year ago, but a lot of us who might have kids in school or play games with a different family on Zoom and other profiles, Kahoot is a very fun way to play travel trivia. So I have 100 questions on a travel trivia game. If that interests you and you would like me to send you the link, let me know, and you can play it with your family and friends. The week prior, I had Windstar Cruises, and the week prior to that, Manoir Hovey in North Hatley, Quebec, and before that, Wilderness Safaris. So I've been doing these Travel Tuesdays now for a while, and alternate between something like travel trivia, which I'll probably do once a month going forward, and a travel supplier partner of mine that I bring on to help us still talk and dream about travel and hopefully make some plans. Here in Ontario, we're still in a stay-at-home order, which we didn't think lockdown could be any worse, and then we went to stay-at-home order. So we're all a little stir crazy and anxious to travel again, but hopefully that won't be too far ahead of us. We do have the vaccine starting to take place. I think we were at 28% of Canadians were vaccinated when I last looked at the numbers. So just to give you at least the first vaccine, let me give you just a quick overview of some of the presentations coming up. I'll be hosting some partners from Costa Rica, Australia, more travel trivia, of course. My partners from remote lands are going to do a presentation on Japan, Hawaii, and Visit Finland. Those are the ones that are going to be on the table going forward. So if those interest you, please let me know. And other than that, I will make sure I have the share turned on, and I will welcome my partner, Cynthia Trudel. Cynthia, how are you?
How are you?
Wonderful to have you here. Cynthia is in Quebec City. She very kindly agreed to do this presentation for my clients. She doesn't often do client presentations, so it's wonderful to have her to come on with us. Cynthia, do you have a PowerPoint you'd like to do?
I do.
Okay, I've given the share to you, so you should be able to take control.
Bonjour, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be with you.
There we go.
So that's my, let me just do the full screen presentation. So you can all see my presentation well?
Yes. Yes.
Super. So, well, again, bonjour, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be with you. So I'm Cynthia from the Auberge Saint-Antoine located in Quebec City. So Quebec City, let's go to Quebec City tonight. So Quebec City is approximately, 2.5 hour drive from Montreal. It's about 4.5 drive from Ottawa and about 8-hour drive from Toronto. We also have non-stop flights available from Montreal, from Ottawa, from Toronto, and other cities in Canada. The Auberge Saint-Antoine is located about a 25-minute, 18 kilometers from the Jean-Lesage International Airport. And we are about a 3-minute cab ride from the train station. So if ever you would do Quebec and Montreal, let's say, kind of road train trip, you could ride the train in between Montreal and Quebec City, and you would be 2 to 3 minutes cab ride from the Auberge Saint-Antoine. So why visit Quebec City? Well, simply because there is no place like it in North America. Quebec City was discovered by Samuel Le Champlain in 1608 and is one of the oldest European city in North America. The remparts surrounding the old Quebec, which is the Vieux Quebec, are the only fortified city walls in the Americas, north of Mexico. So there is a lot of history in Quebec City. So the historic district is also known as the Little Europe closer to home. So you don't have to fly all the way to Europe, but you can still feel the European flair walking into Quebec City's the Quebec City's historic district cobblestone streets, and also you don't have to, and without the jet lag, of course. So Quartier Le Petit Champlain, La Place Royale. So this is all walking distance from the property. The art gallery, so a lot of nice local artisan shops, some little cafe, some of the best restaurants in the area as well are all within walking distance. And of course, the Plains of Abrahams, the Old Quebec area, the Parliament Hill, and a lot of parks around the Old Quebec area are within walking distance. Let's say you would do a cruise on the Canada, New England once on the St. Lawrence River. We would also be a good destination for pre and post, as the hotel is located right in the front of the cruise ship terminal. So you don't even need a transportation, and you can just walk over to the hotel, and we can also assist you with your luggage from the pier or to the pier. So this is how close we are from the main cruise ship. So the Auberge Saint-Antoine. So we are a Relais Chateau property since 2005. As I said a little earlier, we're located on the UNESCO World Heritage Site in the historic district of the Old Port of Quebec. So the Auberge is actually a journey into Quebec City's past. We have a lot of history in the city, but the Auberge is also part of the history of the city. When we opened the hotel, we only had around 30 rooms and 2 historical buildings. So before we built the addition to the hotel between 2001 and 2005, extensive archaeological digs were undertaken for 10 years. So they've discovered more than 5,000 artifacts, and we have about 500 of them on display throughout the hotel. So again, I was telling you about the history, so you can also learn about the history of the city while walking into the hotel. And we also offer, for the one who would like to learn a little bit more about the history, we offer guided tour of the hotel as well. That lasts usually around 45 minutes. A little bit more artifacts. So I will start with the room portion. So we have 95 guest room and suite. We have 4 major room categories depending on your special needs and what you're looking for. But this is our entry-level room category, the comfort. So what I really like to mention about the hotel is that every window is open. So it's nice to have some fresh air year round, but especially in the summertime. We have our luxe room, which are a little bit more luxurious in size. A lot of them have also stone walls, which are part of the history again of the building. Some of them have views on the St. Lawrence River. We also have views on the Château Frontenac, the Wall City, as well as the inner courtyard or the cruise ships in season. Very luxurious bathroom. Our most popular room in the summer are our luxe with terrace, so with balcony. Most of our clients really enjoy to have that extra outside space, especially in the summer and fall when it's really nice outside to enjoy breakfast in the morning, nice cafe in the afternoon, cocktail, or even dinner on the terrace. And what's also great about the luxe terrace category is that they are equipped with a fireplace. So also in the fall or in the winter, it's nice to have the fireplace. So again, some nice views that we can have on the city and the famous Château Frontenac from the back of the hotel. So very well equipped bathrooms, heated floors in all of the bathrooms, single or double sink, again, it depends. Most of our bathrooms are very large in size. We have bathtub that is separate from the shower, except in our comfort room category that it is combined. We also have an historical section. So we have 6 suites and 2 comfort rooms. So if ever you would be looking at, let's say, maybe a more historic and authentic experience at the hotel, I would really recommend these types of room. This particular one, it's called Les Jardins, and it's located in the upper ceiling of the house. So we have 3 floors. So 2 rooms are with things like this. And we also have 4 of them that are looking on the 2nd and 3rd level with a balcony overlooking the inner courtyard. So every suite has a different theme. Let's say this one, for example, the English. So we can certainly, with Shelly, make sure that with Charlotte, we'll make sure that we have the right room for you in regards of the suite, because they are all different. Some of our contemporary suites as well. And this is our panorama suite, which offer a beautiful balcony overlooking the St. Lawrence River and the cruise ships in season, as well as the city in the back, the south shore across the river, and the island of Orleans as well. So let's say you would be coming with friends or family members, and you would like to organize a little get together on the terrace. This is something that we can do. We could also organize a family dinner on the terrace. We could bring extra table as well, depending on how many people you are. And our amazing dining room called Chez Murphy. So I was telling you about the history on property. So Chez Murphy sits within a maritime warehouse dating back to 1822. So it was occupied in the history by a company, a tableware company, for about 100 years. So that's why we have a lot of tableware on display as artifacts in the hotel. So 2 floors in the restaurant, so very cozy, very intimate. We do welcome couples and families with children as well. So our cuisine at the hotel is more of a, say, like a Quebec bistronomy, the local innovative cuisine, we say it, and it's focusing on locally sourced ingredients from the Hotel's Garden that is located on the island of Orleans, which is about a 20-minute drive from the property. And we also have beehives on the island. Bar Artefact, which is in the hotel lobby, which is a nice place to enjoy creative cocktails. We have a selection of local beers, and this is also where we have some live music on weekend, and we serve a more casual cuisine like platters to share and things like that. So again, it's called Bar Artefact because all of the artifacts that we have on display. And we actually have, we can see a little bit here from the left corner and outside here out on the window, it's actually a gun battery. So this was found while excavating when we did the archaeological digs. And it is, there were only 3 in the city, and one of them was destroyed when the business was built on top of it. But it was very important for our owner to make it available and to make sure that our guests could look at it, because it's really part of the history of the city. At first, it was used as a wharf connecting to the Hunt House, which is where we have a historical suites and rooms. But then it was converted into a gun battery to protect from the St. Lawrence River. So nice fireplaces to enjoy hot chocolate in the winter time. So it's really nice to sit around the Bar Artefact area. As our restaurants are still closed, we've set up a table and comfortable chair in each of our rooms. So we're hoping that by this summer, our restaurant will be open But in the meantime, if we have guests coming to the property wanting to enjoy a dining experience in the room, we do have this option available for all of our hotel guests in a comfortably way. We have also launched our heated greenhouses last November, available until mid-May, so within the next few two more weeks to come. And then we will remove them for the summer to use our outside terrace with our summer chairs and table. But our package will be back, and I'm sorry, our package will be available probably end of October, early November of 2021 for the whole winter of 2022. So our dining under the star package includes, of course, dining under the star in the greenhouse, the accommodation, as well as breakfast. So we have views all around the property from our greenhouses. You can request a particular view. It's not guaranteed upon reservation. However, we always do our best to make sure that we will accommodate the view that you would prefer. So we have river, and we also have Quebec. We have inner courtyard, and we have the walled city and Shadow Frontenac. Another review on one of our greenhouse. This was actually taken just before the snow last October. The facilities on property. So we have a wellness center, body and massage treatment rooms are available. We also have a gym, fitness. We have Finnish saunas. We also have a yoga room and some yoga session, usually available each Saturday. We have a very comfortable auditorium on property that can be used if you would like to relax after a long day of walking in the area. So we have a selection of movies at the front desk that we can set up for you. As I told you, we have, sorry, let me just go back here. So the Auberge Saint-Antoine is really much, we do, I think, I was telling you about road trips a little bit earlier. So I think we're, a great destination for a long weekend getaway, road trips, especially for this coming future months, summer and fall. But any kind of celebration, we do a lot of anniversary, elopement weddings, larger weddings. So we have our family reunion. Let's say you would like, again, come and visit with your family. We can organize a private room for you so you can enjoy a great dining experience. So we have a room from 5 people up to 100 people, of course, without the social distancing. So this is one of the elopement wedding and we did in February. And so why Quebec City? I was telling you about the history, about the things to do in the surrounding of the property. A lot of activities, attractions are within walking distance. But also there are some great outdoors within 10, 15, 20, half an hour drive from the downtown area. So you can really enjoy the nature during the day, come back to the hotel in the evening and enjoy a nice dinner, walk around the old area and stay at the property overnight. The island of Orleans, which is where we have our garden I told you a little bit earlier. So it's about a 20-minute drive. So a lot of food and wine tours. So you can meet the local artisan. You can taste their products and bring some back home as well. The falls, which are also within the driving distance 10 minutes. You can enjoy some nice cruising on the St. Lawrence River, whale watching as well. Depending again on what kind of activities you're looking for, we have something for I'm sorry, there's also some national parks within driving distance. And I know we don't want to really talk about winter at the moment, but I think it's nice to mention that Quebec City is also a nice winter wonderland, so a nice winter destination to come and enjoy some many activities, such as the winter carnival. So Bonhomme Carnaval is always in town yearly in February. So that's the biggest winter carnival celebration in North America. We also have the Ice Hotel, which is about half an hour drive, from the downtown area. And that's another unique attraction in North America. So open usually from January to March. So it's nice to go for the visit, enjoy a little time around, outside, inside, but also a nice either mocktail or cocktail in an ice glass. So it's a fun experience to do in the winter time that I really recommend. And of course, the Old District is such a romantic and nice place to walk around in the winter time with all the Christmas decoration, a lot of skiing, such as Mont Saint-Antoine, but there's also Le Massif, where our Club Med will be opening soon. So it's about an hour drive from the downtown area. So it's also a nice day trip to Le Massif. And again, some fun family activities, couples, toboggan race on the Terrasse du Frein by the Château Frontenac with a nice view on the St. Lawrence River, skating, and again, ice climbing for maybe I would say the more active people, snowmobiling, ice canoes, fight biking, and again, a lot of activities during the winter time, just to name a few. I know that you might have not participated to the presentation with the Manoir Hovey, but I like to mention that we have a great town and country package between the Auberge Saint-Antoine and the Manoir Hovey. So I think it's a nice combination on a road trip. It's about 2.5 hour drive in between. So we are the two Relaine Chateau properties in the Quebec region. So Manoir Hovey is located about a 75-minute drive from the Montreal area. And again, as I said, 2.5 drive to Quebec. So let's say you would come in the fall or in the summer. There's some nice winery you can stop at, some nice cheese factories. So it's a nice drive in between as well that you can make many stops during the day. And again, it's a nice country and city experience package. Voila, Sheila and everyone.
That's great.
I am ready for questions now.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, maybe I forgot to mention also, we have some great museums in Quebec. So major one is Musée National des Beaux-Arts and the Civilization Museum, which is just next door to us. Musée des Beaux-Arts is in the Upper City, which is about a 10-minute drive from the property. They have some great exhibition coming in at the moment. They had Turner, so I'm not sure if they will probably extend maybe this one because the museum has been closed for a little while. Picasso is also coming soon, Alfred Pelanso, and more to come. So if ever some of you are museum lovers, then that could be a nice activity to do while you are in the city.
That's perfect. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate you giving us that great overview. I just want to, let me see, can we stop sharing and we'll bring the faces back?
Let me do we have Do we have a little bit more time? Maybe I could show you a video, like a minute video.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna try to open it. Share here. From here, because every time I open it from before, you don't hear the music.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can you hear the music now?
Right now I'm looking at your details, your tree. I'm not seeing a video.
Oh, you don't see the video.
Double click it perhaps.
Okay, let me pause this. Let me go back. I don't know why. Maybe if I go on the Vimeo, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, don't worry. Just go ahead and try it. And let me just share with the folks while Cynthia is trying that. In case you're not aware, tourism and travel make up 1 in 10 jobs globally. So as you all can expect, we've been decimated by the pandemic. The travel and tourism sector suffered a loss of $4.5 trillion, according to the World Travel and Tourism Council. And I can share those reports with you later. But all that to say, I just want to encourage people to travel locally, travel domestically this year, and help save Canadian tourism. And please visit folks like Cynthia at the Auberge. It's a great property, and we obviously want to keep these great 5-star Relais and Chateau properties close by. And please consider traveling in your own backyard this year and help save Canadian tourism.
Thank you, Shania. Let me try to redo my share screen again. Here. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Okay. Can you hear the little birds?
I'm not sure I can. Can others?
No, no sound.
Okay, well, I can send the video. We can certainly take advantage of looking at these beautiful pictures. And if others cannot hear, I will get the link from Cynthia, if that's okay, Cynthia, and I'll share it with people in the follow-up.
Exactly, but it gives you a princess location.
I can hear it now.
Now we can hear it.
Yeah.
The sound's going.
You know, it's a wonder of computers, isn't it? I personally have been plagued by computer problems since Friday night. So I'm sure all of us can relate. Cynthia, thank you so much for the video. If I could get the link from you, I will send it in the follow-up so people can hear it and see it. But we did get to see those beautiful, are they called greenhouses for the, do you call them greenhouses?
Exactly. And I'm just trying to, yeah, the little greenhouses. Yes. Let me come back to here.
And
can you see it?
I'm looking at you right now, which is, it's lovely to see your face. How many of the greenhouses do you have?
We have 13 total. So we have one on the.
Did you say 3 or 13?
13.
13.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
we have a few of our luxe terrace room, junior suite and suite.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
That is such a lovely feature. And you said you'll stop it during the summer, but
yes,
you've committed to continuing it next winter.
Next winter, depending on the season, it might, we'll see how it goes, in September and early October. So it might be either mid-October or end of October. It will depend on the weather.
Okay.
if it's too warm, it'll be more early, late October. But we want to make sure that there's enough room for our guests to really enjoy the outside balcony. So that's why we want to remove, because it takes some room on their balcony, right? So we'll remove them for the summer.
Okay, perfect.
We also have a parking on property.
Okay.
For any of you that will be coming by car.
Oh, okay.
Nope, that's it. Sorry.
And I thank you for taking the time to talk about the town and country as well. For those of you who attended the presentation I had with Manoir Hovey a couple of weeks ago, you would know that that is also a relay and chateau. If you miss that presentation and you're interested, I can send you the link. Relay and Chateau, as Cynthia has mentioned, you're all independently owned, right? It's not a chain hotel like something like the Hilton or Marriott, where every room looks alike and they're all run according to the same set of standards. Relay and Chateau are all independently owned boutique type properties, and you kind of banded together to market together, correct? Is that the best way to describe it? And are there over 400 Relay and Chateau hotels, I think, around the world? Something like that?
We're up to 500 something hotels and restaurants now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, worldwide. They keep adding year over year. So I'm not sure what's the exact total is in 2021. But we have a good presence here in Canada, especially in Western Canada. So we're the only two in the Quebec province, but there is also the Langdon Hall in Ontario. And then we have 2 restaurants in Montreal. And then the others are in Alberta, in British Columbia. But then it's huge in the States and then also in Europe. But now they're adding a lot of restaurants and hotels in Asia and
starting to expand the brand even more.
Yes, exactly.
The one thing that my clients might not be familiar with, or perhaps you are, for the European Relay and Chateau, they do these driving routes between the different hotels, and they call them the happy route, right? The route du bonheur. So you can stay at one Relay and Chateau and visit another, and especially through France and even Spain and all those countries. So we have these 2 fantastic Relay and Chateau properties in Quebec and one in Ontario with Langdon Hall. We can create a route de bonheur for you in Quebec. If we do the 2 Quebec properties, it's town and country, right? Between Manoir Hovey in North Hadley and Auberge Saint-Antoine in Quebec City. So does anyone have any questions? Cynthia, if I could get you to turn off your sharing if you can, or your presentation, to hit stop share. Or has it been turned off already? Maybe it has.
It's already turned off.
Okay, perfect. Does anyone have any questions for Cynthia while she's here?
I have a question.
Sure,
I
go
go
ahead.
to Quebec City every summer, but I didn't know where exactly is this greenhouse. Can we book to eat there?
Yes, but only in the winter, fall and winter.
Winter, okay.
Yeah, fall and winter for now. We've launched them last October. We were trying to find a place for this summer in a park in the area, but that's a little complicated. So we prefer to keep them for the winter, because it will probably also be a little bit too warm inside in the summertime. So it will be available starting probably end of October of 2021, again for the whole winter.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yes.
And it was kind of an innovation with COVID, was it not? Because you had to close your restaurants, or at least reduce numbers quite a bit. And this was a way that you could still give your guests a 5-star Relay and Chateau experience for dining when the restaurants were closed. But yeah, during the summertime, it's quite hot. But I think, like everything with this virus, we've sometimes reinvented ourselves in neat ways. And you guys might find that you're going to have a lot of interest in keeping this going forward.
Yes, yes, we had a lot of interest for this winter, but a lot still for next winter as well. We already have reservations. So, and I'm not sure if we'll keep the 13 of them probably, but we'll have a good amount so we can secure, demand. Yes.
Perfect. And Kathy, I got your question about joining late. Not a problem. I am recording it. I'll send out the link. And I think, George, we lost you guys for a little bit.
We did, yeah.
Welcome back. But
Yeah.
I'll send the recording for the full thing so you can watch at your leisure.
But earlier on, the whole thing froze on us. We thought it was the Zoom. Anyway, we're back in. We don't have a question, but we did have the pleasure of staying at the Auberge 4 years ago. So we can certainly attest to the excellence of the restaurant.
Yes. And the food.
And the food, it was just superb. So we look forward to coming back. In fact, we were thinking this afternoon that if COVID eases, I think the Auberge will be a nice spot to come in perhaps September for a few days and enjoy the pleasures of old part of Quebec City. So we can certainly recommend the hotel, as we can the Manoir Houvy. And then if you're talking about this country, of course, the Wickaninnish Inn near Tofino is also a relay and chateau.
Very nice.
Terrific. Yeah. Have you stayed at relay and chateau outside of Canada? Or?
We have.
Okay, terrific.
In France.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find a
Well,
lot of clients, once you find that you enjoy what the RNC in our shortcut version referred to relay and chateau, once you enjoy that kind of boutique-y style, a lot of people tend to search it out in different countries. And while it's not like a Hilton rubber stamp, it's still the same commitment to quality and good.
Oh, yeah,
food.
well, I think what they're characterized by is really each one has its own ambience, as well as a certain level of service that is consistent from place to place. Even though they're different properties, different managers, different owners, there's a consistency in what the client can expect. And that is something that we particularly look for. And I say we can recommend the Auberge.
Oh, terrific.
That we were visiting. We're both retired, but we were visiting former colleagues who have at our office in Quebec City, and they were very envious that we were staying there for essentially a business meeting. But it was
Government wasn't paying though.
We were paying. It was very pleasurable. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, there you go, Cynthia. We got a wonderful recommendation from
Thank you.
from some clients. Now, you did you did cover the fact of the greenhouses extending the dining. What's the current state of play with the hotel? You have guests currently, right? You
Yes.
are open to guests.
Yes, we are open to guests. However, the restaurant is still closed. It was open for 3 weeks, but then we needed to close it again 3 weeks ago. So we're not sure yet when the restriction will be lifted so we can open the restaurant. But in the meantime, that's what we made sure to move our furniture from the restaurant so our guests could be really comfortable in their room to enjoy a dining experience. So very comfortable chairs. So that's why we are making sure that we have our largest room available to our hotel clients, so they are comfortable eating in their room.
And that's one of the things with that setup with the linen tablecloth and the small table, it still kind of gives you that 5-star dining experience, right?
Exactly. And I did experience it myself and it works.
Does anyone have any other questions? Well, we have Cynthia here. Shaw, go ahead.
I have one more question. Now that the borders are closed, I don't think you will be having guests from Ontario.
We were until recently before they were closed. For now, from my understanding, it's only until the 3rd week of May, correct?
Currently
Yes,
till May 20th, yeah.
So we're hoping, like last summer, that we will be welcoming all of our guests like you from Ontario. Yes.
Terrific.
Thank you.
And like Memoir Hovey and some of the other hotels I've had, I think I've had Ritz-Carlton on and a Shangri-La. These are all Virtuoso partners of mine. So because Cynthia and I are members of the Virtuoso network, if you book a stay at her property through me, there are special perks or bells and whistles that we get as a privilege of you booking through a Virtuoso advisor. So if you're looking to stay, please contact me, and Cynthia and I can look at your needs and interests, make sure the room category, as you mentioned, you have 95 rooms and suites and 4 major categories. Some of those rooms she showed us were just beautiful. Oh my,
District.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
With the balconies too, just gorgeous.
And I think it's really nice to have the outside balcony in the summertime and fall.
Yeah.
It just kind of
Okay.
extends your living space too.
Exactly.
Any other questions while we have Cynthia?
No.
No?
No?
Thank you so much. I have recording. I had a number of clients that, it's a beautiful day here in Ottawa. So we lost a couple of people who asked me to send them the recording, which I certainly will do. But I thank you so much for giving us your time, Cynthia. Cynthia and I see each other every year in Vegas at our Virtuoso annual conference. And we have seen each other in Tremblant and Quebec City once or twice, I think, but it's usually we connect in Vegas at our, where 8,000 of our Virtuoso colleagues come together from around the world. This year is going to be a different experience. They're going to do it virtually, part in person. But fingers crossed, we'll see how the Canadian border is going and whether or not that travel will to the States will be a possibility in August. But, it's one of the things about meeting people face to face and building relationships like I have with my colleagues like Cynthia, that that I have an inn at the hotel. So she takes excellent care of my guests. Thank you very much.
Thank
for your
you,
time.
Sheila. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sheila, for organizing it.
Yes, thank you, Sheila.
Bye, everyone.
For you to attend, and we look forward to welcoming you in Quebec.
Thank you. And I'll double check with you
On
the
sera bientôt.
Bientôt.
I'll double check with you the Virtuoso amenities going forward. And in the follow-up email I'll send to people, I'll share a link of the recording, the Virtuoso amenities for staying at the Auberge. And just remind you again of that town and country offer. So, you can visit a couple of Brilliant Chateau properties and help save Canadian tourism. Cynthia, thank you for your
Great.
time.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.